Good Wednesday morning, manna gatherers, and welcome back. We are continuing our week with Song of Songs, the same verse that is repeated 3 times in the Song of Songs, chapter 2, verse 7, chapter 3, verse 5, chapter 8, verse 4. Oh, let me warn you, sisters in Jerusalem, by the gazelles and by all the wild deer, do not excite love, do not stir it up, until the time is ripe, until you are ready. That was the Message translation of that verse that we read throughout Song of Songs. So here's what I have to say about it today. We say, I love a lot. Think about it. I hear myself saying stuff like, oh, I love hot soup on a cold and wet day. Don't you? I mean, who doesn't? And I love a good hot shower after a very cold run. Or I love to snuggle in my bed at night with an Ellen Hildebrand book. That's my author of choice right now. I do love all these things, or I do enjoy all these things. But is it love? It is really a shame that we do not have multiple words for love like they do in the biblical languages that we read in our Bibles, like in Koine Greek and Hebrew. There are multiple words for love that capture the varying degrees of love or the kind nature of the love that we are trying to express. I mean, in English, we do have other words for love, not in quite the same way as in the Koine Greek or Hebrew of the Bible, but we do have other words. I like, I enjoy, I adore, I'm very fond of, I cherish, I treasure, I fancy, I am completely wild for. All these are words that could sub in for those everyday moments we say, I love, well, you fill in the blank. Right now, it's almost lunchtime, and I'm thinking, I love pizza. Because attaching love to pizza, after reading Song of Songs, seems to me to cheapen love, to not properly understand and hold with careful value and esteem this word love and the things we profess to love. So maybe the Shulamite woman's words of wisdom and warning are meant to make us reevaluate the things we say we love in our lives. And maybe in evaluating the things we say we love, we then maybe will reconsider using love for only those people and maybe some of those things that that really fall in the category of true love, so that all those many things that we, yes, do enjoy and adore and fancy or are fond of don't just get kind of lumped in with true love. Love like love of God, love of our spouse, love of our children, love of church. Certainly our love for these is not quite equal, not quite the same as the love of a hot bowl of soup on a cold day, a hot shower after a cold and dreary run, or even the same as a really good book. I guess in reading the bride's words in Song of Songs, I can't help but think that our prolific use of love maybe in a way cheapens love. The kind of love that comes through so strongly and passionately throughout the Song of Songs. This was all on my mind already when the Director of Communications here at Union, Liz Edwards, gave a devotion at staff meeting this week on love, saying that Valentine's Day should be redeemed from all the hallmark occasion that it has become. And redeemed from all the pressures such an occasion has put on people to live up to some grandiose hype and expectation. Valentine's Day can be a day, if we redeem it, that we are very mindful and intentional about putting God's commandment to love God and to love others into practice. Not with balloons or chocolates or fancy dinners, but in simple, meaningful, and loving ways, like a smile, like an encouraging word, like a listening ear, or time given to someone to have a conversation that is uninterrupted and undistracted, phoneless, unplugged, or sending a friend a thinking of you card by snail mail. You get the idea. Liz's devotion made me think that love, in general, needs to be redeemed from its shallowness, redeemed from a vacuous meaning. That is where I think the bride in the Song of Songs is leading us all to a deeper and more thoughtful love. So, try it. Heed the Shulamite woman's warning. Do not go throwing around the word love. Save it for the people you love the most. I will see you tomorrow on Thursday as we continue to be with Song of Songs. Have a good one.